Hello, everybody. This is Madison Warren. I am the 11th and 12th grade counselor for ExpandED Virtual Academy for the full-time students. I'm going to run through a few things. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. This seemed like the easiest way to update you all on this information since you were able to make it to our open house. But feel free to refer back to this and ask any questions that you may have. You can shoot me an email or you can schedule an appointment with me as well. And I will include my email and the link to my calendar in the message as well. So just wanted to say thank you guys so much for watching this, and I will try to make this as brief as possible while giving you all of the information that you need. So first, the graduation requirements. If you haven't heard of these by now, this is the 23 credits you need to graduate. These are the classes that you have to have in order to graduate high school. Before you can walk in the graduation ceremony, you actually have to be at 22 credits, and then you can have one class to finish over the summer. Every class, semester-long class, is half a credit. So if you're in 6 classes this semester and 6 classes next semester, that will be 6 total credits for the school year. If you're making up some in credit recovery, if you're not quite at 23 or on track at 23, and you and I have discussed a plan for recovering some of those credits, absolutely we're on track. If you're behind or you're worried, please schedule a meeting with me and we will come up with a timeline and a plan for graduation, even if it's not by May of next year. So these are those 23 credits to graduate. I will also link a PDF version of the checklist that we use so that you can see where you fall and where your credits are. You can always access your credits through your Infinite Campus account, or you can reach out to me and I will send you a PDF copy of your unofficial transcript. So that is the 23 credits we need to graduate. These are the ones outside of the classroom that we need to accomplish. So many of you last year came and took the ACT and the state test, the state science and history test with me. That will be, if you have not taken those and you need to take those, if you missed your day last year or you weren't enrolled with us last year and you didn't take those tests, you will be required to take the ACT with school, as well as the science and the history test. So that will be scheduled for April. This usually the second week of April, and we will take those here on campus. They are in person, and you are required to come in person. So feel free to shoot me a message and ask me any questions that you may have about those. But those 2 tests, all of these things are absolutely required to graduate, and we cannot miss any of these steps. So ICAP is another one. We do this through an application called School Links. If you try to go to that one right now, it may or may not be working. It wasn't working for me earlier when I tried to access it. So if there are issues with it, don't stress about that. We will have plenty of time to do those. It takes only about 15-20 minutes to accomplish the tasks that we need to do in School Links, but they are those individual career academic plan activities that you've been doing throughout high school. You probably, if you were on campus, you did those through advisory, but that is what that requirement is, and we use an application called School Links that you access through Clever. The next one is that personal financial literacy requirement on campus. If you are in a government class, you would do an activity through that government class called Mind Your Own Budget. That is what the sites use. In ExpandED with our full-time students, we use the class. So you either have government this semester and then you'll have personal financial literacy next semester, or flipped, you have personal financial literacy this semester and then you'll have government next semester. If you don't have either of those on your schedule, please definitely let me know that, because we do need both of those things to graduate. But you may have taken care of it in a different school or before senior year, and that's also fine. We just have to have taken it sometime during high school. Another one is the CPR AED training. We will offer those on campus, but it will also be linked in the message saying with the National CPR Foundation class that you can pay for, and you are welcome to take that and do that virtually, and then you're just sending your certificate. If you've done a CPR class and you still have a valid CPR training course license, like if you've had to have one for work, or if you were in some kind of program that you had to have a CPR class, a CPR certification, you can absolutely send me that. It just has to be valid. It cannot expire before you send it to me. And then also a new one last year is to pass the U.S. naturalization test. We do this through a Google form. I will send you a study guide, and you are welcome to use that and send that. I will send that out several times throughout the course of the year. We just ask that you get that done before Christmas break. And then also a new one last year is to complete the FAFSA application. So if you are planning to go on to any kind of post-secondary activity, whether that be career tech, a training program, college, community college, junior college, anything that you would need federal financial aid to help pay for, you will be required to fill out the FAFSA for any of those programs. If you are not going straight into any kind of post-secondary training that you need financial aid or scholarship for, there is a waiver that we can sign when the time comes, and we will send those out right after Christmas break. This is always a question I get over and over, is about graduation activities and the ceremony information. So I was hoping this information would be up to date on the websites today, but it wasn't. But as soon as there are web pages, both Norman North and Norman High have those. ExpandED students walk with their homeschool. We do not have a graduation ceremony ourselves. They are your diploma and all of the final transcripts, your graduation, all of that stuff is done through your home site of attendance. So wherever your home district is, if you have attended a home high school here in Norman, that is who you will walk with. If you live out of district or you're out of district transfer, please let me know. We can decide which school you should walk with, and you can let me know. We can have a discussion about that, and that's the list you will be added to for the graduation ceremony. So if that applies to you, we will address that individually. But again, as soon as those websites are up, we will send you those links. You will order your cap and gown through them. You will do all of that information. You will pick all of that stuff up. You will send all of the information to Norman North and Norman High when the time comes. But like I said, that is not open just yet. I was going to show you guys school links, but that website's still not working. So we are going to pause on that, but I will send out a set of instructions that are step by step. I will host some help sessions if you do need help accessing school links to finish those ICAP activities. A really big one and really good news, as of this summer, they passed legislation at the State House that seniors can apply for Oklahoma's Promise up through December 31st of their senior year, which is a huge deal. It used to be through the summer of junior year, and they extended that through December of senior year, which is great. So if you haven't met those requirements before and you do now, if income situations have changed or your home situation has changed, and you now fall under some of these qualifications, and we'll go over those on the next slide. But if you've qualified for those, this is really, really great news. Also, if you are the child of an educator that works in a public school, there is a higher income limit for that as well now. So that will be open. When the application opens, we'll have a lot more details. The application for Oklahoma's Promise has not opened for this school year, so we don't have access to that just yet. But as soon as we do, I will send that information out to you all in an email, and hopefully in a school status message as well. Just briefly, these are the qualifications for Oklahoma's Promise. So if you think you may fall under one of these categories, definitely plan on filling out the application. Even if you're not sure, the application is all online, and I will also link the website that you can find the application on when it does open. But this is a really big deal that I wanted to push out to seniors. If you have a younger student as well, and you're watching this, they can start applying as early as 8th grade, and they can apply up through senior year. The earlier, the better, because if situations change and income goes up, you can't qualify after these certain income limits. So as you can see, it changes based on how many children you have. So that is definitely something to keep in mind as well. But these special income or enrollment provisions that are at the bottom, including receiving Social Security benefits, if they have been in DHS custody or adopted from if you or a court-appointed guardian, or you are a grandparent that became a full-time legal guardian of a student, there's some specific qualifiers. So please feel free to reach out to me or check that website that is linked in the message in our message. So thank you guys so much. I wanted to keep this brief. I just kind of wanted to overview those. If you have any questions, you have my email, you have a link to my calendar. Now that the school year is finally underway, I'm definitely going to be a lot more available. My calendar is open through the end of after about Wednesday of next week. My calendar is wide open, so I'm happy to meet with you all. If you want to start applying for scholarships or applying for colleges or career techs, I would love to help you with any of that. I am here as a resource for you. Thank you guys so much, and have a good rest of your day.